Hi, and welcome to this professional learning community opportunity. With the world using technology more and more to communicate and connect, it makes sense that a natural progression towards using technology to connect intellectually with like-minded individuals would soon follow. Today, we are going to discuss being a connected learner within the educator world. Specifically, our focus will be on implementing coding into the elementary schools. With the assistance of technology, we can invoke the very essence that is a connected learner. That is to connect worldwide with other individuals to learn, engage, contribute, and share knowledge with one another. Now, let's talk about how to develop our learning community in support of implementing coding in elementary schools. For the purpose of this learning PLC, we will use Twitter as our platform. Since Twitter contains a plethora of communities and interests, as a learning community, we will use hashtags such as coding for students and coding for kids to post or repost any item of interest that's pertaining to coding for youth. Additionally, we need to follow one another and invite others to be a part of this learning community. The more individuals we can gather from around the world, the more formidable this learning community can be. By inviting more connected learners to this Coding for Elementary initiative, we can build a culture of collaboration. Retweeting articles and highlighting verified Twitter users that add to the conversation and learning about coding is the key to building relationships for this area on this platform for Twitter. Twitter offers the opportunity to reply to thread discussions, both directly to another person or entity, but it also serves to garner more interest by mentioning someone's Twitter handle in the conversation. We can also discuss and find common practices for integrating coding and search out and share new activities to enhance coding programs. Twitter can be used to retweet articles, repost related videos or links, or even start a line of discussion pertaining to our learning community for coding for elementary. To ensure we stay connected and can see everyone's contributions, we will use the appropriate hashtag like hashtag coding for students when tweeting or retweeting a contribution to the learning community. Additional hashtags can be used to further delineate a specific area under the main point, such as if you're wanting to highlight curriculum or a certain coding program, such as Java or Python or Blockly. The first step to starting this type of learning community would be to first search the hashtag to see if there are other learning communities already started in this same area of interest. If there is, this may be a good way to build upon it by retweeting and mentioning other like-minded individuals and asking for their viewpoint. This is a great way to empower individuals in the learning community to use their voice. Since coding is something that's always growing, it's important to stay up to date with the new aspects of coding, whether it's newly designed apps, websites, or other types of development. It's important to keep the information flowing. This ensures the interest stays intact. While being a part of a learning community is natural for some, there may be others that need more guidance in order to operate effectively within the community and benefit from it as well. The easiest way to have members adapt to their roles would be to have a mention of the norms at the top of each discussion post that's expected to elicit responses. Here is another place where hashtags could be used if necessary. Hashtag examples could be hashtag sense of ownership or hashtag self-place to express opinions, which are a few online community outcomes listed in the book, The Connected Educator, Learning and Leading in a Digital Age by Nossum Beach and Hall. As stated earlier, coding is ever evolving. New programs are always being developed. New apps and coding websites are being created for student use. As coding becomes more popular, more studies will become available on the benefits of incorporating it into the curriculum. Staying current on the new updates will help ensure sustainability of the learning community. Using Twitter as a social platform is a way to implement a learning community, to implement coding in schools, or any other learning community you may be interested in. A few pitfalls to consider when using Twitter is that it only allows for 140 characters of script. Videos and pictures also need to be in certain dimensions to be fully seen without the reader having to click on the photo. And lastly, most links are not displayed inline, and the reader may have to be taken outside of Twitter to read the full article or view a full video. These are minor inconveniences that cannot be overcome due to the limitations of the platform itself. However, Twitter will still serve as a great place to unite with compatible-minded individuals and learn about the area that interests you.